Hello there, singers. Welcome to today's episode of Total Voice TV. I'm Darren Wicks, founder of Total Voice Studio and a contemporary voice coach here in Melbourne, Australia. Confidence issues are one of the most frequent concerns that get brought to me by singers. It seems that crises in confidence can kill your joy of singing, they can paralyze you during a performance, and even stop you from taking up singing in the first place. To comment on this important issue, I asked 5 TVS clients at different stages of their singing journey to comment on what helps them with issues of confidence and how a singer can become more confident. Please enjoy, please like this video and comment below. I'll be back to talk to you soon. Bye. We're talking about vocal confidence, and I wanted to introduce you to Callum because he's only been doing singing for 6 months, and he had some ideas about vocal confidence.
So when I started singing lessons with Darren, I felt I had no control over my voice, not just my singing voice, but my speech in general. And I had a fear around that because I felt I never had any control of my voice. To be able to control that has brought me a lot of confidence in the way I live my life because I have control. It takes away the fear for me. I think people fear things that they don't understand or they can't control. So by bringing that control back, you can eliminate the fear that's holding you back.
You start off with not much confidence, and what gives me confidence anyway is when I can sort of see development, but it's something that doesn't happen very obviously. It sort of sneaks up on you, and it's only through giving you a blind sort of trust in the process, whether it's practice daily, weekly, whatever it is, that's something regular about it, and you put your faith in it, that over time you start to, it dawns on you that you've travelled from somewhere to somewhere else, and but it's not something that you can put your finger on and say, oh, it was when I did this that happened. It was, it feels like it just sort of creeps up on you, and they're tiny little specks of hope that pop up from time to time, and that is enough to give you the confidence to keep trying, and the more that you accept those little offerings of hope, that you the more confidence it gives you, I think.
A lot of singers wouldn't have the confidence to do what you did, as in put together a complete show and then present it. So, I mean, having done your first show now, what have you learned about vocal confidence?
When all those intrusive thoughts come about looking ridiculous, it's not going to work, your voice isn't going to hold up, and they just come all the time, I think it's important to kind of know them, rather than know them in the sense that here comes that thought again, rather than, oh no, here comes that thought again, I can't stand it, I don't want to have it, because they will just come. So you just get to know those thoughts, they allow them to sit with you, and you just keep on with the process. It's all about the process, the rehearsing, the lessons, all the scaffolding that you have to have. That builds the confidence. Confidence isn't just some nebulous thing that you have or you haven't. There's scaffolding that relates to confidence. And so all your rehearsing and your lessons and watching other people sing and going to gigs and learning, makes up that scaffolding that helps your confidence.
Was there anything that you consciously did to build your confidence?
I listened to a lot of singers singing the songs and how they interpreted it. I think really rehearsing a lot, and then when I was rehearsing, just paying attention to my perception anyway, that my voice was getting stronger and that it was improving, and really paying attention to that. And then when, I'd have cracked notes or I would be singing on a day where my voice didn't sound so good, just trusting that it was all part of the process and that if I kept on practicing, it would work out.
So what destroys your confidence?
Really getting sucked into the self-critical thoughts. Paying attention to people who maybe are critical without really having the educational background to really know what they're talking about. So paying less attention to those people.
Yeah.
When you make a mistake, so when I made mistakes in the show, it's just really trying to mindfully be in the next moment and not be kind of dragging that mistake with you, because you can all just, it can go belly up pretty quickly if you just focused on, I just made a mistake, it's not going well, I'm not doing it right, blah, blah.
Yeah.
You have to be able to move on.
Well, what kind of advice would you give to any singer who's looking to become more confident in themselves as a vocalist?
Sing in front of anyone, just do it. When you have the thoughts afterwards, that was pathetic, you're a loser, don't do it again. If that's what you want to do, you kind of just got to plow on. But sing in front of as many people as possible.
Yeah.
So I was in a choir and I had some solo performances in the choir, in concerts that I think helped me a lot. So practicing performing in front of people, or even if it's only your family.
Yeah.
Just do that. It helps.
Yeah. And then you said something before about commitment, or just commit.
Yes.
What does that mean?
Look, if you are going to do this, just commit to the singing. When you're singing the songs, commit to the songs. Do your best. Try and feel them so that the gestures come from that real place of feeling, that they're not sort of rehearsed gestures, so they look, they don't look spontaneous. But so commit in every way you can.
Give your all to the performance.
Yeah.
Surrender. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
But before I go, I just want to let you know I'll be living in my brand new home.
I'm Karen and I'm a singer and performer from Melbourne in Australia. I'm going to share a few things that help me with my confidence. The first thing is vocal preparation. You could call this technique, but how it works for me practically is knowing the different sounds that I can make and that I want to make with my voice, and having the tools to be able to make those sounds. Like if I want to sing in the top of my range, technique helps me to know how to get there and how to connect all the different parts of my voice to tell the story that I'm trying to tell through the music. The second thing is music preparation. For me, the best fun that I have when I'm performing is when I know the music really well and I can take it the next level in my performance quality and engaging with the audience. So that for me is knowing a chart really well and knowing where my place, the vocal line, fits in with the rest of the ensemble, knowing how it sounds when it's all together and really knowing my part inside out so that it fits in with that ensemble sound. The last thing for me is mental preparation, or really it's about dealing with nerves. When I was first starting out a few years ago, I just said yes to every opportunity that came my way. And what that meant was that I got lots of different experiences in different situations. So sometimes I would do a show where I would have heaps of rehearsals in advance and I would know the charts and I could go on stage and be really confident with the music. And other times where I'd be asked to do something at the last minute and I'd be given the charts and quickly have to learn them and go on stage with very little rehearsal, and everything in between those two situations. What that meant was that I got to experience all different levels of pulling it off. Like sometimes I would make mistakes, and that is a really good thing to experience because you learn, what's the worst thing that could happen if I sing a bum note, or if I sing the wrong lyrics, or I mess up something. In the scheme of the ensemble, people are not necessarily listening to just me. They're also not listening to every note, and they don't know the music as well as you do. So oftentimes they don't even know that you're making a mistake. To experience that and to keep working as a performer no matter what goes wrong, that's the way that's really worked for me in mentally preparing and dealing with nerves, knowing exactly what might happen and being okay with the unpredictability of it all.
Slow down, let a river through so very far, and now it's time to come on home. Slow down, little sister, kiss the morning. Daffodils have all the time in the world.
I mean, what is vocal confidence for you? And, how could you see that a singer can get more confident vocally?
I think once again for me it's like connecting with the love of it and wanting to give it as a gift. I think it becomes harder if it becomes about you. That becomes really personal. Suddenly you can feel judged, suddenly you can feel like you're going to succeed or you're going to fail, but that's when it's all about you. If you think of it more, I think it's just that trick of, I've got this song, I've worked really hard on it, and it's beautiful to me. It's beautiful. The act of bringing it to people is an act of beauty I want to give to the audience. And if you think of it that way, if you think of it as this gift, and you think of them as just humans like you, they've given you this beautiful gift of their time. They could be watching a movie, they could be at a theatre show, but they chose this space to be here for you, and you have this opportunity to give them something. And I think it's as simple as that for me. It's like, I love the music, and I love when I see people smile, and I love when I hear the little sigh at the end. It's not because I think I'm such a wonderful performer in that act. I just think, yes, I made it. Like, they hear it, they feel it, they feel the same thing as me. And I think if you keep your humanity and their humanity and keep that as a point of connection, then suddenly there's no room, you don't have any time to be afraid. It just becomes this incredibly beautiful act. I actually feel better on stage performing than any other time in my life, pretty much.
Wow.
Yeah. Besides maybe having a cuddle with my sweetheart,
Oh.
But yeah. It's just such a beautiful place to be. To have the gift of people's attention, and then to show them how much you love this thing called music, and these songs that you've collected. Your material choice is really important because of that. Because if you don't believe in what you're delivering, well, then you're already starting on the back foot. So yeah.
A big thank you to those TVS clients who so willingly shared their stories and their insights into singing confidence. What are your suggestions and strategies for becoming more confident as a singer? Please share them in the comments below. If you liked today's video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to this channel. If you have any suggestions for future episodes of Total Voice TV, I'd love also to hear them. Until next time, be well, sing well, and remember, you were born to sing.